This is a demo, a quick demo of our Enerlead product. When you log in, you'll come to the accounts home tab or home screen landing page. And one of the key features of the landing page is our list view area. If you pull down this menu, you'll see here that we've got some different views of accounts that have been segmented for you. So an example, energy producers by oil well. If I click on that and select the go button, it'll then create a list view of companies that have drilled oil wells in 2014. I can click on the top of each one of these fields and it will sort it ascending, descending. If I select the account name, it also pops up the alphabet here, and I can segment it and say I'm looking for all the companies that start with H. Come back and select all, brings back the entire list view, and I'll look at it from the largest to the smallest. Once you get a view of the accounts that you want, we can select the link and it will take us to the account record type and or the account detail. And on the account detail, we've got the stock trading symbol, we've got their website, phone number, some description information, and a little bit of metadata that allows us to build those list views that we were looking at. So I had built a filter in the list view that said show me anyone that has a greater value 1 or greater than 1 in the crude oil 2014 field. These are roll-up fields and they're totally dynamic, so you can come in there and change those roll-up or add new roll-up fields to segment the account information any way that you would like. We also have the ability to create what they call report charts. So these are images that are displaying right on the account record detail page, and these can be totally customizable. If you're more interested in oil or if you're interested in gas, that's what we can display. And we also have on the account record page, we have account report links. And an example in this column here, I've got a link to the BOE report. And if I selected that link, it then passes the ID name of Penn West to the BOE report, and all the public news releases for BOE will show up for you to be able to view. Another example would be the stock quote report. We're then passing the stock trading symbol PWT to, in this case, Google, and then we can come in here and take a look at their stock reports. Also look at any other information like some of their cash flow and what their revenues are, those types of things. The other things that we have behind the scenes that will be very powerful for you are the reports. And so this is a result of a report that we built, but we also have links to some standard reports that we may want to look at. So in this case, I could say I'm interested in activity by terminating zone. If I click on that, it now generates a report that's built for me. I then have a image or a chart in that report so I can get a graphical view, and then there are the detailed pieces of data related to this particular report. I could come up here and I can change some of these values that we have up here. So in this case, I'm going to come in and I'm going to say, well, I'm really just interested in what happened in the last 60 days. And then I'll go ahead and select run, and then now I can see what their drilling activity was in the last 60 days, which happens to be none. So if we take it out a little bit further, we can go to 120 and we can go ahead and select the run report. So there is the by terminating zone, what Penn West has drilled in the last 120 days. Another feature that we could take that is extremely powerful for us to be able to present data is we have a link from the account record. So I'm in the Penn West account record. I could go in and say show me a map of the wells drilled, and then it will take me to the integrated mapping tool and then go ahead and display an image of where Penn West is doing the majority of their drilling. We can provide more details on how to use the mapping tool, but this little icon here gives us an example of the filters that we built here. And so this says last year. I might want to come in here and change that, and then type in say this year and close it, and search it. And so there is an example of where they've drilled wells this year. So it looks very similar to what we had from a last year perspective. So that's a basic overview of how the account pages work and some of the report links. These links, once you build a report, you can put as many custom links here as you want. Quick access for information related to this particular account, allowing you to break it down and get the details that you want about the account. We also have the drilling object, and that is the link to where all the records, the drilling records, are kept in that particular object for Alberta. And I could go into it, and I could I've got a list of some different accounts or different fields or links to reports that we've built, and I could look at something like the substance and say go, and it's going to go in and it's going to query a list for me of all the different crude oil well licenses that were built on that. I could come in and I can create my own list view, to narrow it down and be able to drill down to what data that I'm looking for specifically. And we also have the map object. So when I showed you the map, it was really focused on show me what's happened with that specific account. When I click on that link from that account, it passes the account ID over. This is more of a general 360-degree view, so I could come in and I could look at something like show me the activity last week, and then go ahead and hit my search button, and then it will bring up the image of where all the wells are that were drilled last week. I could come in and I can click on a record and be more specific, see what's going on with that record, and then with that account, so there's some detailed information about that. And then I can also click on the go to record detail, and that'll take me right specifically to that record and the information related to that record. So which company drilled it, what is the coordinates, what's the substance, the depth, all the different information related to the records. So that's a very quick high-level overview on how to kind of navigate the Enerlead product, and hopefully it will work for you and you'll see how wonderful of a product it is. Thank you.